Chris, tell me what you know about Fire Emblem.
Absolutely nothing.
No?
Not a single thing, Jeff.
Okay, so this is a franchise that's been around for a long time. It's a tactical RPG. Yeah, it started on the NES.
One of those, like, you get 9 moves and here's where you get to go type of thing.
Sort of, kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics,
Yeah.
if you
See,
played that.
that's the last tactical game I played.
Okay,
so,
okay.
yeah.
All right, well then tell me what you know about Dynasty Warriors.
It's Japanese, right?
Yes.
Isn't it like about, like, follows, like, if not real wars, then at least, like, exaggerated wars from Japanese history?
Chinese history. Samurai
Chinese
Warriors
history.
is the Japanese one. So this is the Dynasty Warriors version spin-off of the last Fire Emblem game, Fire Emblem Three Houses. This is Fire Emblem Warriors Three Hopes.
So, wait, I'm confused. Japanese or Chinese?
Fictitious. JRPG.
So Japanese.
Japanese,
Okay.
yes.
But
yes.
not based on any real actual wars.
Yes,
Okay.
the thing is that this is the second time that Nintendo has done this, where they've taken, like, Nintendo made a version of they made their own game, they made their own original IP or whatever, or actually in this case it was Tecmo Koei, and then Omega Force, the people that make Dynasty Warriors, made a Dynasty Warriors spin-off sequel to that game. Anyway.
Okay, I'm still confused.
It's all
but that's
complicated.
fine.
Yeah, welcome back to Dojo, everybody. I'm Jeff.
I'm Chris.
What you need to know is that the previous one of these was a tactical game. This one's an action game that takes place after that other one. So,
all right. So what do I have to know?
you need to know that the Golden Deer rule all, and everybody else can go fuck themselves.
Wait, is that the good guys or the bad guys?
There are 3 houses, and there's like the red jerk-offs and the blue shitheads,
I
and
assume
then there's
they're not actually called that.
the Golden Deer. I don't know who the fuck this Joan of Arc lady is or why Bahamut is here.
But are they golden deer?
No, nobody here is a Golden Deer, I don't think.
Okay, well she had gold on. I'm just saying.
Yeah. What the? I have no idea what the fuck. I actually beat the previous game, the 3 houses.
Yeah, you were saying you played it all the way through. And
Yeah.
I was like, that's not like you, Jeff.
Well, I played it all the way through one time, but the game wanted me to play it all the way through 3 times, once with each house, and I was like, no thank you, I don't care about the secret ending.
you have, in fact, done that with other games. Yeah, come on, man. What are you doing with that the Elden Ring thing, right?
I mean, Elden Ring was 120 hours. I played it one time. I was not about to start over when I
thought
stopped.
you went back. All right,
No. Oh, shit. Okay.
But look at this. This person is the fucking shit up.
Oh, I think these are the Werven riders from the church. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck. So in this world, there's like these 3 different lands, and everybody, they send their nobles to school in this like war college. And so in the other game, you play as like the teacher of one of the houses in this war college, where you have to like interact with your students, and then you go and you take them out and have battles with them and whatever, because every Japanese game has to have some kind of fucking school bullshit, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like after high school, your life is over in Japan.
Yeah,
so
that way you have teenagers.
On your feet and back to work already.
Apparently, no one is sexy if they're not a teenager in Japan.
apparently so.
How old was Toshiro Mifune when he was making all the samurai movies? He was already in his 40s, right?
I've
That's
absolutely
a sexy motherfucker. I'm just saying.
Absolutely no idea. This guy's name is Getz. Oh, okay. So we get to choose.
Well, you know, he got some.
I'm gonna choose. So I chose the lady version of Byleth, who was the main character in the last game. So I'm gonna pick the scrappy purple hair guy version.
He's probably an incel.
I don't know. He's got that anime hair.
I mean, they both do.
That's true. What? I'm sleeping, man.
Getz is your wacky friend.
Yeah.
With peach fuzz.
I think he's got.
Did your head spring a leak while you were napping?
Uh-huh.
Better see if you can even remember your name.
Oh, here's the. Yeah, okay. What's your name, Jeff? What's it going to be? You're not going with Shez, are you?
Shez. No, actually, that's almost as. How about. Okay. I don't.
Fuckhead?
How about.
Call yourself
Shezzy.
Zelda Breath of the Wild. There you go.
No. I'm gonna go with Shezzy.
Looks like there's hope for you yet.
You remembered your name. I guess you didn't.
Oh, what are you going to do, Jeff?
I'm gonna feign indignance.
Sack of guts. I should use that more often.
I mean, that's like more factually accurate.
Yeah.
You're lucky I like you enough to
You
wait.
ugly bags of mostly water.
Yeah?
Oh, wait, we're fighting Gerald's mercenaries?
Does that mean something to you?
So Gerald's mercenaries are like the mercenary company that Byleth, who was the character in the main game,
Okay, I don't care
is
anymore.
from.
It's
so,
fine. You can be quiet.
Yep. I mean, you'll get into the... Okay, so the big thing about Dynasty Warriors is that you fight like hundreds of people at the same time. Like you'll do like 250 death combos for like 600,000 damage. Like,
Okay.
oh, okay. So this is Byleth. Okay, so we'll. Okay, the Ashen Demon. Okay, yeah, I saw it in the trailers. Like the character from the previous game is like your character's nemesis in this game.
Now, come on. You got to go with fuckhead.
No.
What?
I might actually play this.
What's wrong with that? I call my characters fuckhead.
We played a fucking 40-hour RPG with fuckhead, with Dingleberry McFuckpants over here.
You've made a huge error then.
Oh my God! What the fuck is with your
That
hat?
hat is not good. She is from the Thumbtack cult.
Apparently.
It's about more than just victory.
Oh, it's about like.
It's also about making sure that Marvel stops casting people of color.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
pissed off at some shit on the internet today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll finally be the greatest mercenaries in all of Leicester.
Lester.
Leicester,
Like the
isn't that in
cheese?
England?
Captain.
Yeah.
What? Boy, you guys have the dumbest hats.
Oh, of course, now I want some cheese. God damn it, Jeff.
Look, it is not my fault that human beings are so suggestible. Every time I have somebody on this show, I'm just like, hot dog. And they're like, God damn it, Jeff. Now I want 500 hot dogs.
Can I ask you a question?
What's that?
Do you have some cheese?
I do not have cheese. I do not keep cheese in my house.
That's the wrong answer.
You and I have a very different version,
Why
or
do I
very
even
different
do this
attitudes.
show? There's no free cheese.
On cheese.
Yes, my attitude is, where is it? When can I have it?
Yes.
Is it free?
Yes.
Yeah.
My
Yours-
attitude
you-
is I would prefer. I look at it as like a. Okay, so here we go. Sometimes you have some cheese, sometimes not. Okay.
Do you get cheese on your burgers, or are you a hamburger person?
It depends. Sometimes I don't like to get cheese on every single burger, and I don't like to get it on like double burgers.
I don't understand you at all. I thought I did, but
I mean, eventually it's
how long is that sword? Jesus Christ!
Tim with Getz and Lasley. Okay.
You just killed like 80 dudes who are well out of the range of
Yep.
this sword.
100 set. Look at my hit counter up there. This is what Dynasty Warriors is all about. Is you have like tons of these enemies that all just kind of run up and stand next to you,
Yeah.
and then you do just like 100 million damages.
Okay.
Press and hold.
So
okay.
eventually something will challenge you, I assume.
A little bit. But
like cheese.
Yeah, like cheese. Like having too much cheese, and then you're like,
No such thing. No such thing.
to the cheese. Yeah, I feel like there's kind of a thing where the people that are super into Dynasty Warriors will tell you that like if you want a challenge, you should actually play it on hard. But like,
Well, right now I agree with them with what I'm watching.
I also think things do get harder later, and then you'll have like these little like kind of sub boss guys, like these mercenary captains, and they're harder, but
Okay.
usually not like super difficult.
This is weird for you, right? Because you're a Dark Souls guy who's like, I want games to be so hard that they go back and hack my SAT scores to defeat me.
No, it's interesting that. Okay,
Where's this going?
people think that, but like, I don't know. This sounds so cliche, but it's like I like the Souls franchise for the story. Like I'm not, I'm not into games for just like crushing.
I like porn for the story.
Exactly. I'm not into Souls games because they're crushingly difficult.
I watch Playboy. I read Playboy for the articles.
That's right. I do. They've got a lot of good journalists. They do a lot of good investigative journalism. No, I don't like.
I mean, they do actually, but still.
I mean, I finally gave up on Sekiro because it was too hard.
I don't know what that is.
That
so.
was like the game they came out with before Elden Ring. It was their last game before Elden Ring. It was kind of a ninja / samurai Souls style game.
So even they went like, okay, there's a limit to how hard we can make these things.
Yeah, I mean the From Software keep cranking up the difficulty every game that goes forward because there's a part of the community that is like that, but I don't like those fucking guys because it means that it's harder for people to get into the game, etc., etc. So like some of the harder bosses in Elden Ring, I just cheese dicked them like
Dude, you're killing the Bay Captain.
base captain.
He's your Bay.
He's the base.
Stronghold Captain.
Oh no!
That's a longer word.
Drain the stun gauge and defeat them with a critical rush. At times a stun gauge, press X, continue attacking, complete the gauge.
I have a feeling this will not be a hard issue for you, though.
Yeah, Dynasty Warriors is never like the hardest. I mean, even I'm like, there's a block button, but I'm not using it because at this point you don't really need to. Yeah. So I've got to get that little.
It's just button mashing, basically.
I got to break this whole thing,
which I appreciate. I prefer button mashing.
It's a little.
I want to get to the story.
Yeah, it's a little bit more complex than that, but not much. The main thing that's interesting about Omega Force and these types of games is that they do a really good job of like emulating the mechanics from other games. So they made like a Persona 5 one of these that was like that used a bunch of the different Persona mechanics. They made like several Zelda ones that were spin-offs of other Zelda games.
Really?
Yeah. One was a direct sequel or a prequel to Breath of the Wild. So Breath of the Wild took place like in this kind of post-apocalyptic land, and the Dynasty Warriors one was like the war that led up to the apocalypse.
Was that any good?
It was apparently good. I mean, the thing is, I have this philosophy about Dynasty Warriors games where it's like, you will enjoy these games if you enjoy the property that they're based on.
Oh, okay.
So, like, you know, if you are really into Fire Emblem, then you'll really enjoy the Fire Emblem one. If you're really into Zelda, you'll like the Zelda one. It's Warriors Special. Okay. What is that? Oh, geez. Okay. Because they're very they're not like you've already pointed out. They're not super difficult, and there's a lot of spectacle to beating up thousands of guys at a time.
And they're not doing much to fight. You like walk right up to them. They're like, "Hey, what's up, bro?"
Yeah, the rank and file guys, I can't even tell the difference between them and my guys. It's like they're wearing
identical.
They're wearing teal with brown, and my guys are wearing brown with teal with slightly lighter brown.
They didn't even attempt to make them look different.
Yeah,
it's pretty lazy.
We'll see though once we get over to the actual plot.
Oh, are we not hit the plot yet? Okay.
I mean, this is the tutorial. Like,
okay,
we're gonna have to get to the. At some point, we're gonna have to interact with the crimson fuckheads and the blue ding dongs and the mighty golden deer, who are the best.
Do you have any ding dongs? Those are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, donuts.
Oh,
ding dongs.
Oh, it's Byleth.
She's the bad guy that you assigned. You said, "Oh, I want to."
She's the main character. She's your character from the other game, from the game that this was based on.
Okay, but is she the bad guy now?
But apparently she's like the bad guy in this game. So
weird.
Oh, wait a minute.
Is this going to be
whoa.
Is this going to be one of these things where you're supposed to lose?
I have to assume so because oh my God.
Getting your ass handed
I'm getting my ass completely handed to me, and none of my attacks appear to be doing shit to her. Get some?
Yeah,
no, oh God.
Nothing. She's barely notched.
Yeah. How about this super attack? No.
Yeah, she's supposed to kill you. But well, she is the good guy from the previous game, so maybe she ends up becoming the good guy later in here.
I think that this game from the trailers is based on like this thing where in the previous game she had the well, that's just embarrassing. She just stepped on your foot.
Yeah, she did.
Is that in the previous game in the last game she had this like weird celestial like angel or like spirit person living in her head, the kind of symbiotic thing.
Okay.
And I think that
the cycle of this world.
Yeah, I think that from the trailers that your character is going to have like a like an opposing spirit attached to them that is like antagonistic to what Byleth's spirit wants, and that's kind of going to be the whole thing.
Fantasy.
Yeah. Yep.
All that's fascinating, but how's this season of The Boys treating you? Pretty good, right?
I haven't watched this week's episode yet. As I'm recording, I've heard of it. I know that. I've got Obi-Wan. I've got Obi-Wan, and I've got The Boys to watch tonight, and everybody won't shut the fuck up about them. And I've managed to
so good
to avoid. Oh, okay, now I'm able to do some. Whoa, holy crap,
dude! You're gonna watch it, and you're gonna go like, fuck, I can't believe that's the end of the season. But good news, 2 more episodes after that.
Yeah.
So,
a lot of the stuff this season has been. I watched a lot of stuff.
Did you watch Barry?
I'm not watching Barry.
Dude.
Okay, see, here's the thing. Michael would not leave me alone about trying it.
He's right.
And I watched the first couple episodes, and I was like, okay, but motherfuckers, none of you people will say that. None of you will say you got to get through like the whole first season.
It's not even getting through. It's like character building at first.
It was okay.
It was okay. It's a lot like Breaking Bad.
And I didn't care for the first season of Breaking Bad very much either.
Wasn't it worth it in the long run?
You can kind of skip the first season.
Wasn't it worth it though?
But
anyway, but that's not The Boys. The Boys has been like, I love this season, man. Started slow, but like love the Nazi bitch dies. We get like Jensen Ackles,
fucking
Austin guy in the season.
Yeah,
so happy. Oh my god.
Holy shit. Okay.
Also, you gonna go see Elvis?
No.
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I have to say about that.
I mean, you talk about this other stuff. I mean, this week I watched.
Your job was to stop us, and you failed.
You fucked up. You fucked up.
It's not my fault that you're like
super powerful.
Yeah, some kind of fucking demon Super Saiyan.
Well, no, it is because you played the previous game and kicked ass. So
I think this is
literally your fault.
I don't know where this takes place in the timeline though. Like if this is after the first game, because
I hit you with my Rohypnol spell.
Oh no. No, I watched the Beavis and Butthead movie.
Oh, is that good? It's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I thought it was. I mean, like the thing is, we talked about it on the podcast last week, but like, if you like Beavis and Butthead, this is more Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. Like, it's not doing anything different.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was told like if you like the previous movie, which is really good, then this is probably just a tiny bit better.
This is the whitest person I've ever seen.
Really? You met me, right?
I mean, outside of when I look in the mirror.
Am I dead?
Am I dead?
No.
Oh, that would be interesting. Ah, fuck.
Not a good listener either.
I mean, like,
did I not just say how pleased I am that you're still alive?
You did not, in fact, say that.
Hey, we were talking about Beavis and Butthead, Arval.
Like, fucking, like, read the room, Arval.
You may call me Arval.
That's its dumb name. I'm going to call you something different. Says Shezzy.
But for now, let me speak plain.
Your mama named you Whitey. I'm going to call you Whitey.
Right now, I'm the only thing holding your meager life together.
Okay.
To be blunt, it's beginning to tire.
Wow, worst guardian angel ever.
Thank
You need to talk to your manager.
Oh, my.
So yeah, Beavis and Butthead was okay. It was pretty good. And then I
want to see it. Yeah, it's on the plan, the grand plan of which there's less and less time these days to watch it.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, like, again, local Austinite, Mike Judge.
Right.
You know,
I'm not the biggest fan of everything that Mike Judge does, but I do have kind of a soft nostalgic spot for Beavis and Butthead, and I do kind of like that. It's just Beavis and Butthead. Like it's not, you know, it's
and it's like I guess a fish out of water thing eventually.
So yeah,
where it's like they come to our time. And,
yeah. Basically, in the first 15 minutes, they shove them through this increasingly stupid ass plot where they eventually come to 2022, and then it's kind of just what would Beavis and Butthead do if they were walking around in 2022?
But that sounds potentially funny.
No, it was. I liked it. It's just the thing is that it's still just like, what if the two stupidest people in the world were walking around and kept succeeding because nobody could believe how stupid they were. Like they're so stupid that like their stupidity ends up circling back around and becoming an asset.
Yeah, this has worked for me many times in my life. So
yeah, and then last night I watched that Crimes of the Future.
Oh, David Cronenberg film.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to guess that did not work for you. When I saw it, I was like, this is for me. I know very few people this is for.
So it's interesting because I'm trying to keep track of all this stuff too while we're going on.
I know.
But it was interesting because I get why you would think that, but there's also what it did was whenever I watched very early on, I realized it was like, because I've seen just about everything that David Cronenberg has done.
Yeah, I know.
And like back in the 90s stuff. And like every so often there's something like this that was a kind of an artsy-fartsy 90s Cronenberg movie that wasn't like bombastic or anything. Like more dead ringers and less like...
Well, this was not like that, though. This was more like Existenz.
Yeah, and I really liked Existenz.
Yeah.
The thing is that I ended up liking it. It was a little ambiguous.
It got a little too ambiguous.
Like where it ended, like I was watching it and then I hit the pause button and I was like, oh, there's like 10 minutes left in here. Like, what the fuck?
He wrote this when he was directing Existenz.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, right? It changes your perception of the film by going like, oh, so this is like the final bit of ephemera left over from that period of his career.
Right.
Like where he only got to make it now, but and it was updated, the script, but it's still largely the same script from 1999 when Existenz was made.
I really like Existenz might be my favorite, one of my favorites of, I mean, maybe top 2 or 3 of his movies.
Great Cronenberg film. Yeah. It makes sense for you. It's the only one that deals with video games.
Well,
so,
it's more just like I really like the kind of, it does a really good job with the like what's real and what's not, and when you can directly pipe shit into people's heads, what's the difference kind of thing. Like,
yeah, it's a great movie.
But I don't know. The thing is that I was glad that I watched Crimes of the Future just like on a weekday. On the weekend, I like to get like the really bombastic stuff together, get a 6-pack, get all fired up to watch like kind of the crazy
That's not a drunk
action
movie.
stuff. Yeah. And that one was like, I'm glad I just watched it on a quiet night where I didn't have anything to do.
Can I ask you this?
Yeah.
Have you watched RRR?
I have not yet. It's on the list. I haven't watched it yet.
I'm very curious to see what Jeff's response is to this film. I realize it's like 9,000 hours long.
Yeah.
And that for you is usually a no-go.
See, look, there's the blue guys and the red assholes, and then over there in the Lister Alliance, this is where the fucking golden deer are. Golden deer rule all.
You didn't mention the purple guys, though.
That's like the academy in the middle.
That's Prince.
Garrick Mach. They send all their nobles
That's
there.
where
to go
doves
to,
cry.
Yes, exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Fair enough,
yeah. That's where the blouses are.
West of this place stretches a forest where alone
All right.
awaits.
Wait, which mercenary? Because Byleth was a mercenary, but then Shezzy's also a mercenary. There's a lot of mercenaries in this game.
Who's not a mercenary?
6 months later. I don't know what it is about Japan where they fucking love mercenaries.
Must we do this? Get up already.
What?
What is happening? Are you
just
in a coma or some shit? I could have sworn I had a whole dream about a hot, like, really weirdly white chick in space.
That's not a chick. It's a dude.
It's not?
Arval? That's a dude.
Many times.
Yeah.
I cannot tell with Japanese stuff.
That is a dude.
I mean, no
kind
offense.
of cherubic.
I mean, no offense. It's hard to tell with the anime. It really is.
Choice.
Yeah.
She's clearly a female voice actress, though, right?
Times you would have died by now, if not
Probably.
I'll tell you. 22.
But she's doing the like young man voice.
Times you hit the cliff to quote unquote get tougher.
Uh-huh.
Saved
I mean, even, to go back to Mike Judge, Bobby on King of the Hill is a female voice actress, so,
Right.
yeah.
I was surprised to see Bobby really, really briefly in the Beavis and Butthead.
What? Really?
Just like
Are you serious?
I had to rewind it and freeze frame because it went by
He's
so
in it?
fast. It's not a character; he's just like in the background.
Whoa.
So, think about your mistakes. You should think about your mistakes, Shezzy, even though I don't know what they are.
I spend way too much of my life thinking about my mistakes as it is.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, coming in to do this game. I don't know what's going on. I mean, it is pretty.
Yeah.
Also, I just like hanging out with Jeff.
The
He's like, why don't you come over and do a game? And he picks some horrible game. And I'm like, well, at least I'm hanging out with Jeff.
yeah. No, it's interesting because I'm trying to keep track of what's going on here, and I think I've kind of got the overall gist.
Sorry,
I'm trying to figure out how they're going to connect it to Garrick Mach, though.
I don't know what that is.
Hey, look, there's Claude. Claude's the leader of the Golden Deer. He fucking rules. Fuck those other two. Fuck him. Yeah, that guy.
He was a great guy in the previous game.
I was a Golden Deer #1. All others #2 or lower. Edelgard is a fucking fascist. Another dude is a prick. So
Look me up when we start playing the actual games.
what are we doing? We're just.
I mean, maybe you can tell I'm not the world's biggest JRPG fan overall. There was a brief period I was very infatuated with Final Fantasy, but
Yeah.
you know, when 7 came out, I'm old. I played it as an adult and went like, this is groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I loved it so much. And I played 8 and went, this is not as good as 7. And I played 9 and went, this is way worse than 7. And I played 10 and went, why am I still playing these games? And I played 10X and went like, all right, I'm done.
X2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I actually think that 10 is decent. I don't like the
better than 9 and 8.
I didn't like the mechanics of 8. I didn't like the way 8 played, and also I think that I don't know why they had to out emo their emo protagonist of 7 with fucking Squall and 8. Like that dude is the most emo, and then 9 is like, it's a love letter to the previous one, so everybody looks like a weird goblin. Oh, okay, they're out here. Oh, okay, so this takes place concurrently with the story of.
It's in the middle of the previous.
It's actually the beginning. It's before the three of them get ambushed on their way to. The three of them get ambushed on their way to War College, and then. And that's what this is. And so it's like during this time, our character is just kind of hanging out in the woods. And they're like, hey, will you help us kill, 100 of these guys in the most terrifying way humanly possible? My God. Like.
All these guys probably had families.
Yeah.
Children.
Well, it's
it's their fault for dressing exactly like and having their hair the same.
Yeah, that's the guy. Costas. Yeah, he was the guy you fight in, like, your first battle where you're, like, after the tutorial when you're on your way to Garrick Mach. So, okay, cool. So this is happening at the same time as Three Houses. So,
I'm bored already, Jeff. What happens next? Is there going to be an alien?
To kill 100 dudes. We have to kill thousands and thousands of guys.
Like a weapon from a racer where you can aim through walls and shit and blow shit up?
No, I don't
that
think
was
so.
a cool weapon. Remember that gun? That was a cool gun.
From Eraser?
Yeah, remember that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, Eraser?
Yes.
I mean, it's not a great movie, but that gun was awesome.
Oh.
I don't even understand what your O's are about.
Wait, what is that? How do I switch? Oh, okay, now we're Edelgard. Sorry, this is some inside baseball. The Fire Emblem series has what they call a rock, paper, scissors system where it's like swords beat axes and axes beat staves and staves beat swords, or I think that might have that the wrong way around. But they've got that built in here where certain guys take more damage if you hit a sword guy with an axe, which What's-Her-Face has.
I mean, it's every RPG.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are more vulnerable to fire.
So, like, you can see the big red down arrow on that guy means that this character is at a disadvantage when fighting them. And so, yeah, then they're going to switch us over to Dimitri and... Oh, okay. Okay. So that we could do... Yeah, all right, cool. Anyway, sorry. I also started watching that new Star Trek show.
I love the new Star Trek show, Jeff.
I wish that people would have told me. Everybody said that you didn't have to know anything about Discovery to watch that show.
Yeah.
But that first episode has like a whole shitload of Star Trek Discovery in it.
No,
like,
but it explains it all to you, though. No, it explains it all to you. Like it sets up the premise of like, no, it does. It goes like, you don't have to know where it came from. It says he remembers the future from, which is, the past TOS, the original series of like, he's going to end up in the wheelchair with the button.
Oh, wait.
Boo! for yes and no.
No. I'm
Yeah.
like, but there's more than that. Like, there's obviously some shit going on with Spock that happened from the previous stuff.
No.
And there's like the whole reason that
What stuff was Spock?
he's calling up Spock like he knows him. Spock's married and he's calling him up. I don't
No,
remember
he's not
Spock ever
married. He's
being married.
engaged.
Okay, that's different. That's a thing.
TOS. That's TOS shit stuff. Not Discovery stuff. That was not Discovery stuff.
The thing that happens with the civilization is based directly on some shit that happened in Star Trek Discovery.
I don't
Like they
know,
literally say, like the reason that this is happening is because of what happened in Star Trek Discovery.
I genuinely feel like you don't have to watch Discovery to watch this.
I'm not saying that you have to, but people kept talking about it like it was completely divorced from that.
I mean, it's not
and
completely divorced from
it's
it,
not.
but they explain everything you need to know.
I don't agree with that
I love
statement.
it. I
But
love it.
I'm gonna keep watching it, and it wasn't a deal breaker, but I feel
Have
like
you
everybody
watched-
kept saying.
Have you watched all of them so far?
No. I watched
How many you
one.
watched?
I watched one.
Oh, really? You're criticizing it already?
Well, then
Welcome
people-
to the Jeff Show.
People kept telling me that you didn't have to know anything about Discovery.
Dude,
That it was
keep
like
watching
they keep
it.
talking about Discovery. So I'm sure that at some
No,
point,
because I mean, this is a spin-off of Discovery, which is a spin-off of the original series.
Right.
You know, that stuff is there, but I never felt like you were like, wait, what happened? They say everything you need to know in the show. Were you ever like, I don't understand what's happening?
I don't understand why the people made warp bombs because Discovery did a portal in their show. That didn't make any fucking sense.
Wait,
like,
what?
The guys, he goes down to the planet to give his impassioned speech, and he's like, they made a bomb because they saw the Discovery ship go into a wormhole. And then he goes down and he's like, look at these film strips of the bad things from Earth. And here's what we did. And you guys are going to do that thing with your fucked up faces. But he like literally, they say that like the reason these people, they developed warp bombs instead of warp drive is because they looked through a telescope and saw the Star Trek Discovery go into a wormhole. And it's
That's
like,
not even the first episode.
that is the first episode. That's the first episode. I watched it last week.
Is that the first episode? Are you
Yes.
sure you didn't just go and it just defaulted to current episode?
No, I stole it off the
'Cause I'm
internet, and it
pretty-
was season 1, episode 1. I
I'm
stole
pretty sure
the right.
that's not the first
That is the
episode.
first episode. He calls up Spock and tells him he's got to go. He's riding around. He's having orange juice with his lady friend. He's riding around on his
All right. Anyway,
snow horse.
point is,
Like,
this isn't hard to understand. Everything you're saying sounds like a crazy person.
We'll make good use of this.
what? Because it's not explained. It sounds like a crazy person because they don't explain. I don't know what a warp bomb is. They've never had one of those in Star
Dude, you
Trek
know
before.
what warp is,
I
right?
know what does a warp bomb do? Does
It's
it?
a bomb with warp.
What? Does that mean that the bomb goes real fast and then comes out of warp and blows up?
I mean, the whole point is, does it kill people?
Well,
Yes.
Okay, but then you didn't need to call it a warp bomb. You could have called it just right. Oh, look, it's that guy.
Juan? I don't know.
It's Alois, or whatever his name is. He's like a goody two shoes. He's lawful good. He's like a paladin and shit. Anyway, I'm not saying I didn't like it, and I'm not saying that
No,
I'm going to
you've
stop
only seen
watching
one
it.
episode,
What I'm going to
so
say is that everybody
calm
kept
down.
saying there was nothing. It had nothing to do with Star Trek Discovery,
Most
and it
of it does.
absolutely,
Most of it does not.
in the first episode, had something to do with Star Trek
no,
Discovery.
It has to do with Star
so.
Trek in general, not Star Trek Discovery.
The plot was based on a thing that happened in Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah, but they explain what it is right off the bat.
they didn't explain shit.
They did. You just weren't paying attention because you were probably busy smoking crack or something. You smoke crack, right?
Yes, that's my problem. Is all the crack smoking that I end up doing. Yes. Yeah, sorry guys. You shouldn't really take my opinion. Take it with a grain of crack,
keep
because of all
telling
the
you
crack that
to
I
stop
smoke.
smoking crack when watching Star Trek.
And I just keep saying, if I can't smoke crack, I don't want to watch Star
You're
Trek.
not going to enjoy it as much if you smoke crack.
That's good. I
don't
enjoy
know where you
Look,
read that was a thing.
crack.
You know what? If you watch Star Trek on crack, it's like Jon Stewart and like what was that movie? What's the name of the stoner movie? Where it's like Jon Stewart was like, you know what's really good? Like if you watch Star Trek on crack.
I don't know which movie this
Is it
is.
still smoking or something? I don't remember. Yeah.
You don't even know which movie.
It's the one with Dave Chappelle. I don't remember.
Oh, Right.
Yeah, Willie Nelson was in it, where he's like, you know how much we paid for condoms when I was a kid? I don't know either. We never used them.
All right. Well,
Which
you know
is
what?
Less funny now.
Yes. Yes. I think we're gonna say that we're done here.
Are we?
We're gonna do some more of this tomorrow, though.
I still haven't condemned you thoroughly for your Star Trek viewing.
We could pick it all up tomorrow. Look at all these S's that I got. Ooh, I got a white Verona.
Are S good?
Yes. S is above A for some reason in video game. So it goes S, A, B, C, D.
Japanese video games.
I mean, American video games have picked it up as well. So,
really?
Yeah.
Huh.
S rank is highest rank. So
did not know that.
Anyway, hit the like, subscribe button. Let us know what you think down in the comments. I kind of digging this. If you're a fan, maybe go to patreon.com/ragelight and help us out. Patreon's been a little low recently, which is why at the end of these I've been a little bit more verbose about being like, hey, I know that everything is expensive and it sucks and gas and fucking inflation and all that nonsense.
Also, but support Jeff.
But if you got an extra $5 a month, hey, we could use $5 a month. So also you come to the Discord server, you get 1 million bonus videos. We've got several game servers set up. There's so many things.
If he gets 100 new subscribers in the next month, he will get a vasectomy. We all want that.
If I got 100 new patrons, 100 new $5 patrons, absolutely, I will get a vasectomy.
Yep. This is what we all want. This.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, including me. So yeah. Join me on Patreon. Chris, tell the fine people of the internet how many patrons you need for a vasectomy.
Oh, God, I need a lot. I mean, I'm old. I'm not even sure it's necessary anymore. But, whatever. I've been according to some people on my site, I've been alive for 180 years.
Okay.
That's just how they feel because they're in their 30s and they're like, Jesus, you're old.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Someday it'll happen to you.
Oh, just wait, my friends. Now, you go to oneofus.net. We review movies, TV shows, and more with a huge cast of people. We do home releases, we do theatrical releases, we do streaming releases, and as well on Screen Fanatic on YouTube, myself, Martin Thomas from Double Toasted, and Danny Danger from belloflostsouls.net get together once a week and do a video show where we talk for it's supposed to be 20 minutes and always more like 35 minutes.
Okay.
About whatever it is. Whatever it is.
It's hard to talk for just 20 minutes about anything.
Yeah, man, they set up a timer and everything, and we're always we look at it, it's like time's over and it blinks red, and we're just like, fuck you, time.
Yeah, fuck a bunch of that. Yeah, go check it out. Subscribe. And then come back tomorrow to hear the contiguous drubbing of Jeff's Star Trek opinions. Look forward to it, everybody.